This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, also known as the book of Sirach, chapter 30, verse 17. Death is better than a bitter life or continual sickness. Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shai, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai is his son who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rukah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who grew well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth of sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai's sake. I'm Brother Samak from the GMS Miami camp. And yes, the reason why I brought out the book of Ecclesiasticus, also known as the book of Sirach, chapter 30, verse 17, is that earlier today I was speaking with my wife, and she mentioned to me that she was reading an article in which doctors were giving testimonies of patients they recently brought back to life, and how these patients were saying that they experienced when they were dead. According to the doctor, these patients were dead a couple of seconds or a minute or two, that these patients were saying that they were at peace, they felt no pain, they felt no sorrow, all right? They were pretty much, for lack of better words, happy. And it reminded me of Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus chapter 30, verse 17, because death is better than a bitter life or continual sickness. Okay? The whole concept of death, according to the Bible, when you understand it, it's not something to be afraid of. All right? It's something to embrace. Okay? Because if you understand the scriptures, you should know that when you die, you go back to the spiritual world, all right, to the heavens, where there's peace. Okay? You go back to the Father who created the Spirit, all right, our spirits. That's why he's known as the Father of spirits. Let me get that. Let me get that scripture. Father of spirits. Hebrews, the book of Hebrews, which goes to show you this Bible is written by Hebrews for Hebrews. The Bible is written by Hebrew Israelites for Hebrew Israelites. Chapter 12, verse 9. Furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh which corrected us, and we gave them reverence. Right, talking about your physical father, the father that brought you into this world. Okay? Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits and live? Right, the Father of spirits. Okay? So, because we're all spirits trapped in this chains of darkness. Okay? This flesh. All right? Let me bring this out. Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 7. Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto the most high power, Yahweh, who gave it. There you go. Okay, the Father of spirits. Okay? So now, let's bring out some testimonies. Again, what inspired me to do this lesson is that my wife was reading an article of doctors' testimonies of their patients describing, what death is like. Okay, and they felt no pain, no suffering. All right. And this is why, these plantation Christians, all right, are a big joke. Check this out. The most glorious feeling In 1994, orthopedic surgeon Tony C. Soria called his mom from a payphone during a lake house trip. They hung up, but he still had the phone in his hand when a blue flash came out. He hadn't realized there'd been a lightning storm brewing, right? So he got hit with a lightning, okay, with a lightning rod. He felt his body fly backward and then confusingly forward. Caesarea turned around to see his own body lying on the ground. I'm dead, he thought. No grief, no ecstasy, just a fact. Okay? And this goes to show you, hey, the Lord is in control of everything. All right? This is the Lord, all right, the Lord's doing. Let me bring that out. That's why you got to fear the creator of heaven and earth. All right? You're not supposed to fear what man can do. Isaiah chapter 45, verse 7, right? Because this individual didn't expect a lightning rod to strike him. All right? I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. Okay, let's get a precept to back that. Just going to jump down to the very bottom. Amos 3 and 6. Shall a trump be blown in the city and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city and the Lord have not done it? Right, because the Lord does everything. Nothing goes down without the Lord saying. Okay? This is Hebrew Israelite 101, all right? If you call yourself a Hebrew Israelite, you have to have this basic understanding of how the Lord gets down, all right? So let's go back to this testimony here. After watching a woman start CPR, Cicero moved on, floating up the stairs to see his kids getting their faces painted. Realizing that they'd be okay, then I was surrounded by a bluish-white light, an enormous feeling of well-being and peace. You see that? Okay? He told the New Yorker, the highest and lowest points in my life raced by me. I had the perception of accelerating, being drawn up. There was speed and direction. Then, as I was saying to myself, this is the most glorious feeling I had ever had. Okay? So he was at peace. Okay? He wasn't experiencing no pain, no sorrow, no suffering. Slam, I was back. Right, notice he says slam, I was back, because right, he was back to reality. All right? Back to feeling pain. All right, because he got hit with a lightning rod. So what do you think? You don't think he's going to feel that pain? All right, when he's brought back to life? So there you go. All right, let's get another testimony. Just love, unconditional love. After a 4-year battle with lymphatic cancer, Anita Morjani slipped into a coma in 2006. Doctors were sure it was the end, not realizing that in her near death, she still had a consciousness. Initially, she felt like she was floating above her body. Right, you notice floating, ascending, because, all right, going back to the spiritual world. Okay, to the creator of heaven and earth. All right, let's get another one. Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 20. All go on to one place. All right, talking about the spirit. All are of the dust and turn to the dust again. Right, it's talking about this body. All right, this body. Because this body is just what do you call it? A suit. All right, a corruptible suit. All right, that's why we want those uncorruptible bodies. All right, and we're going to get it when Yahweh Shai returns. That's what we believe. 21. Who knoweth the spirit of man that goeth upward? Here we go again, ascending. Okay, going upward. And the spirit of the beast that goeth downward to the earth. Right, talking about the animals. All right. So there you go. So let's go back. So initially, she felt like she was floating above her body from a 360-degree peripheral vision of the hospital room and beyond, she told Today. She couldn't see her late father himself, but she did feel his presence, and he had a message for her. He said that I've gone as far as I can, and if I go any further, I won't be able to turn back, she said. But here's the point. I felt I didn't want to turn back because it was so beautiful. It was just incredible because for the first time, all the pain had gone. All discomfort had gone. All the fear was gone. This is heaven. This is what heaven feels like. All right? I just felt so incredible. And I felt as though I was enveloped in this feeling of just love, unconditional love. Now let's go to the book of Job, chapter 3. All right? Because Job describes this. That's why when you hear Job, because Job was going through affliction, pain, sorrow, suffering, all right? Just like we're going through, all right, in this hellish condition, in this hell, all right, in this captivity, okay? You got brothers in this captivity that have sicknesses, diseases, all right, or sisters, all right, experiencing hell like Job, all right? While serving our enemies, while having to go to work and all this bullshit, okay? Job chapter 3, verse 11. Why died I not from the womb? Why did I not give up the ghost, meaning the spirit, when I came out the belly? Right, because Job was in so much agony and pain, all right? He wanted to die right then and there, instead of going through this, all right, continual sickness, all right, and this bitter life. 12, why did the knees prevent me, or why the breasts that I should suck? 13, for now should I have lain still and been quiet, I should have slept, then had I been at rest. Rest, okay? You know what? Let's look up the Hebrew word for rest, all right? Okay, it's nawak, okay, and it means to rest, settle, remain, rest. Okay, be quiet, rest, to remain. All right, rest where? In the kingdom of heaven. All right. There you go, to rest. Give comfort. There we go. Give comfort. That's what I'm looking for. Give comfort. There you go. Settle down. Give comfort. Right. Comfort. Okay. Peace. Tranquility. All right. That's what Job wanted. He wanted to die so he could be at rest. 14. With kings and counselors of the earth, which built desolate places for themselves. Right. Which goes to show you that there's no such thing as a hell on the ground. Kings and counselors of the earth. Okay. This is what the heavens looks like. All right, the spiritual world. All right, there's order. 15, or with princes that had gold, who fill their houses with silver. Right. So you have the rich man. Okay, you have the kings and counselors. They're all in heaven. All right. 16, or as in hidden untimely birth, I had not been, as infants which never saw light. 17. There the wicked cease from troubling, and there the weary be at rest. You see? All right? So you have the wicked in heaven. All right? You have the weary in heaven. Okay? Because it's peace and tranquility. Okay? 18. There the prisoners rest together. They hear not the voice of the oppressors. You see? 19. The small and great are there, and the servant is free from his master. 20. Wherefore is light given to him that is in misery, and life unto the bitter in soul. 21. Which long for death, but it cometh not, and diggeth more than for hid treasures. Right. That's why, death is gain. Okay. That's that old saying, death is gain. But that's the point. You see, heaven, there's peace. There's no affliction. There's no pain. There's no, hell. Right? There's no hellish condition. See, right now we're in our hellish condition because we're in captivity. All right? This is hell. In fact, let's get that. Let's get Isaiah 5. I got it up. Isaiah 5, chapter, I'm going to start at 11. Woe unto them that rise up early in the morning, that they may follow strong drink. Right. And the strong drink represents the philosophies of this world. All right. For example, this whole voting nonsense, this election, that's a strong drink. All right. Of this world. Okay. And our people participating in it, you're just digging, all right, a deeper hell for you. All right. Because our only salvation is through Yahweh Shai. Okay? That's it. Okay? Voting and thinking that this politician or that politician is going to get you out of your hell is foolish. That continue until night to wine and flame them. Right? And our people are inflamed with these philosophies. All right? That's why I look at the condition that they're in. All right? 12. And the harp and the viol, the tebrant, and pipe and wine are in their feasts. But they regard not the work of the Lord, neither consider the operation of his hand. Right? Because if you understood how the Lord gets down, you put your trust in him. You understand that this is only temporary. All right? This hell is only temporary. Okay? Okay? This oppression is only temporary. All right? This captivity is only temporary. 13. Therefore my people are gone into captivity, because they have no knowledge. Right? And our people, can't see that they're in captivity. All right? Even though they have to get up early in the morning and go work, all right, for Esau Edom in one of these corporations. Okay? One of these restaurants that are controlled by a corporation. Okay? Or if they say, oh, no, not me, I'm an entrepreneur. Well, where are you going to get the capital from? You're going to go to a bank to get the loan to build up your so-called business. So, and you are a slave to now that loan, which was given to you by a bank, which is controlled by our oppressor. Okay? So how many ways you try to slice it or dice it, you still work for this so-called white man. Okay? To these institutions. All right? Whether it be the private sector or the public sector. That's why you got to understand how money works. You got to understand how the system, all right, is set up via the financial system. Then you will know you are a slave here. Okay? But Jake has no knowledge. They think that they're free. And all they're doing is making their hell even worse. All right? Because they have no understanding. And their honorable men are famished, and their multitude dried up with thirst. 14. Therefore, hell, here it is, have enlarged itself. Right. And our people are just digging a bigger hell for themselves. And open her mouth without measure. And their glory and their multitude and their pomp. And he that rejoiceth shall descend into it. You see? All right? And so that's why when you die, it makes, again, according to what Job said, according to these testimonies of these patients that died for a couple of seconds or minutes, they said that they were at peace. They felt no sorrow, no worries. Okay. In fact, one of them said this. Where's this one? This one was very interesting. Yeah, this is it. I felt nothing but peace and happiness. About 20 years ago, orthopedic surgeon Mary C. Neal, MD, right? These are doctors who are giving these testimonies. All right, these were and they were patients, almost drowned while kayaking in Chile, and her heart stopped for more than a half an hour. Wow, whoops, half an hour. Soon after leaving my body, I was greeted by a group of beings who were simultaneously familiar and unfamiliar. All right, guaranteed these were angels. Okay, and this may sound strange, but I felt nothing but peace and happiness in their company. Right? All right, because hey, this is what the spiritual realm is like. When I was separated from my physical body, I was simultaneously aware of what was happening in heaven and what was unfolding on the riverbank where I had drowned. I thought about my husband and my children, my parents and siblings, and not at all about my work or other earthly worries. Woo! That's a heavy statement right there. Earthly worries, right? Okay? Work, bills, all right? Sickness, all right? That's not on your mind when you pass away. Okay? What's on your mind is peace and happiness, tranquility, all right? Now, let's get the account of Samuel. When Samuel died, he was upset with Saul. And watch what he told Saul, all right? So let's get to the point. You can read this, but it's on 1 Samuel chapter 28, Saul and the spirit medium, right? This is Saul, all right, going off after he done kicked out all the familiar spirits, what did it say? Yeah, he put away those that had the familiar spirits and wizards out of the land, right? He put away people that were into conjuring up the dead and talking with the dead and all that. All right, this is where the horror movies get this idea from, because they go to the Bible, okay? All right? These producers, these directors, these screenwriters, they're not original, all right? They get inspired by going to a source, and it's always back to the Bible, because the Bible is the truth, okay? So now let's get to the point, all right? Because Saul used a woman that was able to conjure up spirits, all right, to bring back souls. So I'm just going to get to the point. Here it is. 1 Samuel, this is after he don't put away all those that had familiar spirits and wizards in the land, out of the land of Israel. After he don't kick them all out, he now goes to one with a familiar spirit. All right, it goes to show you he was going off. All right, and he been going off because he didn't kill Haggai, the king of the Amalekites. All right, and that's why he lost his status as king. So 1 Samuel chapter 28, and I'm going to go to 9. And the woman said unto him, Behold, thou knowest what Saul hath done, how he hath cut off those that have familiar spirits and the wizards out of the land. Whereof then layest thou a snare for my life to cause me to die, right? Because his women knew the decree. She saw what happened to those that were doing familiar spirits, all right, and were wizards. They got cut off from the land. Okay, 10. And Saul sware to her by the Lord, saying, As the Lord liveth, there shall no punishment happen to thee for this thing. 11. Then said the woman, Whom shall I bring up unto thee? And he said, Bring me up Samuel. Okay, Samuel, all right, who was a prophet. Okay, an Israelite. Okay, 12. And when the woman saw Samuel, she cried with a loud voice. And the woman spake to Saul, saying, Why hast thou deceived me? For thou art Saul. 13. The king said unto her, Be not afraid, for what sawest thou? And the woman said unto Saul, I saw gods ascending out of the earth. Right, which goes to show you that we are the gods. Okay, the Israelites. Okay, we're the gods on the earth. We're going to be gods again. All right, when Yahushua comes. Okay. 14. And he said unto her, What form is he of? Right. What form is he of? What God? Okay, what form is he of? All right, that's what Saul was saying. And she said, An old man cometh up, and he is covered with a mantle, meaning a cloak. And Saul perceived that it was Samuel, and he stooped with his face to the ground, and bowed himself. 15. And Samuel said to Saul, Why hast thou disquieted me to bring me up? Right. Why did you, all right, interrupt me while I was at my rest? All right, meaning Samuel did not want to be brought back to earth. All right, he was happy where he was at. And Saul answered, I am sore distressed, for the Philistine make war against me, and the Most High has departed from me. Right, because you didn't obey the orders from the Heavenly Father, and answered me no more, neither by prophets nor by dreams. Therefore I have called thee, that thou mayest make known unto me what shall I do. 16. Then said Samuel, Wherefore then dost thou ask of me, seeing the Lord is departed from thee, and is become thy enemy? Right. Just like the Lord is going to become enemies to you 2/3 Jakes that don't want to seek him, that want to do your own thing, that still want to be stuck on stupid with plantation Christianity. 17, the Lord have done to him as he spake by me, for the Lord have rent the kingdom out of thy hand, meaning ripped the kingdom out of Saul's hand and given it to thy neighbor, even to David, right? And a fellow Israelite, all right, which is our neighbor, okay? So when you go to the scriptures, when it says, turn thy cheek to thy neighbor, love thy neighbor as thyself, it's talking about a fellow Hebrew Israelite, not no heathens, okay? 18, because thou obeyest not the voice of the Lord, nor execute his fierce wrath upon Amalek, right? So again, Samuel had to re-explain to him again, the reason why the Lord ain't dealing with you is because you didn't obey his words. You didn't destroy that, okay, all the Amalekites, because you left the king King Agag, all right, alive, who was the king over the Amalekites at that time. Therefore hath the Lord done this thing unto thee this day. 19. Moreover, the Lord will also deliver Israel with thee into the hand of the Philistines, right? Meaning you're going to lose the battle to the Philistines. And tomorrow shalt thou and thy sons be with me, right? So is Saul going into hell? No. Saul is going into heaven, a peaceful tranquility, along with Samuel. And everything's going to be in righteousness. Everything's going to be at peace. All right? So, but he has to die, okay, in order to get to the peaceful heaven. He has to die. And he's good. And he ends up dying. Okay? But there you go. All right? Because our people understood the concept of death. They knew that when they died, they're going to be in the heavens, all right, at peace, all right, with their fellow Hebrew Israelite brethren, all right, regardless of what they did. Hence why why a lot of these Israelites that went off, they were just like, damned if I do, damned if I don't. I know where I'm still going. Okay? I know I'm still going to be in heaven where there's peace. And that's how you know Jake be justifying their wickedness. Well, hey, if I got to die, but at least I know where I'm going when I die. All right? And that's how you know this Jake is becoming more wicked, okay, by the day, because they have this I don't give a damn mentality. But you don't understand, like, before the Lord pulls you to the heavens, all right, he can roll you through a gauntlet of pain before he takes your spirit. And that's the torment. When the nukes drop, the torment, the fire, okay? So if you take that chip, understanding that, yeah, I know I'm going to go to the heaven, I know the Lord's going to kill me, but hey, that torment, that fire, okay? The Lord can easily keep you in the fire, all right, till he decides to bring your spirit back to the spiritual realm. The Lord also shall deliver the host of Israel into the hand of the Philistines. There you go. So, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. All right. Hopefully you got an understanding of what heaven is all about. It's peaceful. All right. And no matter what you've done, you're going to be in the heaven at peace. All right. R.I.P. Rest in peace. And that's the fact. Okay. All right. So that's the understanding of hell according to the Bible. And you notice, okay, all these people had nothing but positive thing to say once they died. Okay? Once they gave up the ghost and they weren't in their body anymore, they were able to they experienced a peace and happiness. So that's it. You know, one more. 1 Corinthians chapter 15 verse 55. O death, where is thy sting? O grave, where is thy victory? Right, because death is just a sting. Okay? You know, 56. The sting of death is sin. Right, getting put to death for going off. And the strength of sin is the law. Right, understanding what sin is by the law. All right? 57. But thanks be to the Most High, which giveth us the victory through our Lord Yahushua Mashiach. Right. Because once you understand the Lord's program, you don't fear death anymore. You understand what death is all about. And we got the victory because, hey, Whether you die in this truth or not, if you are the part of the elect, you're the first fruits. You got the kingdom of heaven, okay? On earth. And the kingdom of heaven will be no sorrow or pain for the Israelites. Best believe that, okay? That it says that in Isaiah 14. The Lord will wipe all away tears, all right? Isaiah 14, this is for the Israelites, right? Israelites taunt. Here we go. Isaiah chapter 14. I'll start at 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, the Israelites, and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land, right? And this is what we're waiting on, the deliverance, all right? When we're in our own land, where we don't experience pain, sorrow, torment. And the strangers, talking about the Israelite foreigners, because when you go into that word stranger, it's gar, okay? Shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. 2. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord Yahweh for servants and handmaids. Right. These heathens are going to be our servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. Right. That's the kingdom of heaven. 3. But here's the point. And it shall come to pass in that day, because we're not in that day right now. This is how you know it's talking about the future. Okay. What's going to happen when we're brought into our land? That the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve. You see that? In that wonderful day, which is the kingdom of heaven, here on earth, when the Lord gives his people rest from sorrow and fear, from slavery and chains. Woo! It's talking about the Israelites. All right? But there you go. That's what we're looking forward to. All right? And we as the Israelites, we're going to be in our harmony, our peace forever and ever. Okay? So, Lord willing, is us edifying. Again, what inspired me to do this lesson is that, my wife was reading an article on how doctors were giving testimonies of patients that died and their experience of what death was like. And they felt peace, happiness. All right? They didn't want to be brought back. For what my wife was reading, I couldn't find that article. All right, that's why I brought this article. They didn't want to be brought back because there was no worries, no fear. So Lord willing, that's edifying. Now you got it. Back to the basics. You got more of an understanding of what death is like. And that's why this should comfort you and encourage you to seek the Lord. All right, because we got the truth. Plantation Christianity is a big joke. And with that, I want to give all praise and all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Makakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who grew well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth, risking their life for Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai's sake. Love you, brothers. Keep it door, keep the faith, keep pushing, keep fighting, keep studying. Pray without ceasing. Pray for each other. Pray for the apostles and elders. We're almost out of here. Let's keep going. For the few that are watching, keep studying. When you pray, pray that you cover. Shalom.